kindergarten and first grade maybe. Their actual goal is to help students count in different languages, and especially if it's first grade and up, they could count more than 10. But since I focused on kindergarten kids, so I only put count on to 10 in Spanish and English, and learn two languages. For me, it's a very important thing because I learned English in school and with my family. So it's very important that students know are bilingual because it opens a lot of doors and makes you grow and communicate with more people, which is very important. The location is going to be the classroom. The length could be 1 hour. Some materials could be safe objects, toys around the classroom. For example, it could be chalk or a marker, pencil, or some kitchen gadget, toy kitchen gadget from the classroom, little balls, puzzles, things like that. Piece of puzzle. They're gonna learn how to count. So then the focus here is they learn how to count to 10 in English and in Spanish. We're gonna see if they can actually count to 10 in English or Spanish. See if they have the if they want to keep learning other languages, which is very good, and being bilingual, which is a very important thing, and it will open a lot of doors. Activity 4 is tell your story, and it visualization is the purpose that youth develop leadership. So tell your story is, I used to do a lot of carpet time. Is that it was a big round carpet, and I will sit all of my students. I'll be in front and I'll read a book. But I started letting children read the book, but they're not actually reading it because they don't know how to read. They're kindergartners. So they will actually interpret the characters, locations, the visualization of the page, and they will tell their story. For example, if they see the 3 piggies and the wolf, because they already know that story, they will tell a similar story because they remember it. But if they see, for example, flowers with bees and a fairy, so they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do a story about this because I've never read this story before. So that's the focus point. See how they interpret by visualizing the story. How are they gonna interpret it and tell the story to others, to their peers or others? So this is gonna help them visualize the book and analyze, how am I gonna tell the story. They're gonna develop leadership because they're gonna be like the teacher. They're gonna be in charge of telling the story, and they're gonna attain up. How are they gonna work with obtaining the attention of others? How is he gonna work with when they see that the other children are looking at them, at him or her, or they're gonna get nervous, or they're gonna develop that, okay, it's my turn, it's my time to shine, let's do this. And how to manage that, that's very important. Manage their feelings in that moment. The location is going to be the black classroom. It's going to be in length about in an hour. It could be carpet time, round carpet time, as I used to call it. The only supply you need is a storybook, and maybe I used to do a little bell with it. When my students wanted to talk, they used the bell, but sometimes that was better just to leave it aside because they will get distracted with the bell. The content background is that the student will be in front of the class with his storybook, and they will visualize the story. If they already know a story, they will tell it, and if they don't, they will analyze the images in the page, and they will tell their own story. The 2 things applying here are leadership and creativity and visualization. There 3, sorry, and visualization. The objectives would be like, if they youth could visualize the storybook, develop leadership, have attention of its peers, and could do the activity even though the focus point was on him. Could he manage his feelings in that moment? The other last activity is gonna be the day-to-day lessons. I think this is a very essential thing. This one, this will teach manners and social skills. Another problem with students paying a lot of attention to tablets and technology. It's good so they can develop their social skills and know how to talk to others and know how, which manners, doing the right thing. The goal is to teach good manners and how to treat people. The children will learn how to approach another person. How would they express something without having bad manners or being rude? The content background is that there will be two children interacting with each other, and they will be talking, and we will be like, okay, this is a good thing to do. You should do this. You should do this. This is the proper way. This is not the manners. But first, we're gonna show them a video so they can visualize. And kids are very visual, so they will try to imitate what the video is showing. We're gonna reflect that how students interact with each other, and we're gonna evaluate if they obtain good manners, they know how to socialize with others, and know how to express their feelings, even though if it's good or bad. So these are my 5 activities. I hope you enjoyed them, and they're easy for you and to get to implement them in your classroom. Thank you.